A few facts, some of them surprising, about Israel in 2019. In the past few years, the standard of living has risen considerably, due in part to falling prices in most categories. On the other hand, housing prices in Israel remain high relative to other developed countries, and the GDP per capita, a central tool for measuring the standard of living, is growing at a slower rate than in the OECD. Israel is one of the hardest countries for people to extract themselves from poverty. An Israeli couple with 2 children in the lowest decile will need to work more hours on average in order to rise above the poverty line than will a similar family in other OECD countries. Moreover, some households in the lowest socioeconomic bracket have a debt level that is so high relative to their annual income that it is unlikely that they will ever be able to repay their debt. Education is a primary means of escaping poverty. So what is happening in schools? Gaps in expenditure per student between Israel and other OECD countries are closing, and standardized test scores have improved. Achievements on international tests are continuing to improve, but are still low. Since 2000, the rates of eligibility for matriculation certificates, bagrut, have risen dramatically, especially among Druze and Bedouins. In general, the number of Arab Israelis in the institutes of higher education is on the rise, although large gaps remain between them and Jewish students. And what is happening post-graduation? Since 2000, employment rates among Arab women have almost doubled, nearly reaching the goal that the government set for 2020. In contrast, employment rates among Haredi men have plateaued following a prolonged rise, and the goal was not reached. Employment rates in high-tech in Israel are the largest among the OECD countries. However, the rates of participation in this field of women, Haredi men, and Arabs remain quite low. In order to continue developing Israel's high-tech advantage, we must invest in improving the skills of children who are currently learning in school, including in English proficiency. In the field of health, the relationship between private and public health care is endangering the equality of the system, equality that is supposed to be protected by law. Because doctors are allowed to work simultaneously in the public and private systems, salaries in the public system have been forced up in order to match the conditions offered in the private sector. This is funded directly from the money you pay for supplementary and private insurance. These trends, and others, paint a portrait of Israel today. Want to know more? Visit the Taub Center's website and download a free copy of A Picture of the Nation 2019, generously supported by the Koret Foundation.